Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be looking at acoustic guitar pickups. This video is part of my final assignment for my university's physics class. For this assignment, we were asked to look at something that both involved physics and music. One of the reasons I wanted to do my final physics project on acoustic guitar pickups is because pickups are something that I use frequently in my life as an acoustic guitarist. Now, while acoustic guitar pickups are wonderful for live performances and they do a good enough job, there is something that always seems to be missing from the equation of an acoustic guitar pickup and an acoustic guitar. And that thing that seems to be missing is the true nature of the acoustic guitar's timbre. Now, each string is going to have a series of harmonics associated with it. Notes that we can't necessarily perceive individually, but are present that make up the entirety of the sound that we hear. It's the series of harmonics that are built upon that fundamental tone that determine an instrument's timbre. Now, what I hypothesize about an acoustic guitar pickup is that an acoustic guitar pickup is not going to be able to properly capture every single harmonic of every single string. So to figure out whether or not that is true, we're going to take a frequency analysis of this guitar. First, we're going to take frequency analysis with a condenser microphone. The condenser microphone is going to replicate as closely as it can to what the human ear hears. We are then going to take the same method of analysis and run it through a pickup mounted in the acoustic guitar's sound hole. After we've done this, we are going to look at the frequency spectrums generated by both the microphone and the pickup. We're going to look at those side by side. So now that we've taken the frequency of the guitar both with the microphone and the pickup, we're going to look and compare and see what the differences between the two are. What you're about to see is part of another video that I made where I go through and commentate on every string of the guitar. If you're interested in looking at that video, it's linked just up here or at the end of this video, and the link is also in the description box below. For this video, we're going to look at three strings. We're going to look at the B string, the A string, and the low E string of the acoustic guitar. So the reason that I chose to look at the B, the A, and the low E string is because they encompass everything that I wanted to highlight about the differences between the pickup and the microphone. Okay, so now we're looking at the B string of the guitar. And we can see if we look at the microphone spectra, again, we're seeing a very strong fundamental. We're also getting some of the primary air mode sounding here, again, at around 80 hertz. And we're seeing a similar pattern with this cascading effect. That being said, the second and fourth harmonic are quite resonant, quite present here on the microphone spectrum, more so than the third one, which is interesting. But again, if we come down here to the pickup, we can see that it is a slight difference, but the second harmonic is more easily recognized by the pickup than the fundamental, if just slightly. We're also noticing around 80 hertz that we're not getting any of the primary air mode. We're seeing maybe a little bit of primary wood mode around here. But again, a stronger second harmonic than fundamental, and we're seeing that that fourth harmonic is much quieter than all of the others. Again, the fourth harmonic on the microphone seems to be quite strong, but the pickup, it seems as soon as we hit that 1000 hertz mark, it seems to be dropping some of the information. Okay, moving on to the second to last string, the A string, we're starting to see something completely different. These two spectra look almost identical. Obviously, there's a difference in output between the pickup and the microphone, but the shape of these two spectra are virtually the same. We're seeing strong fundamentals. We're seeing slightly stronger harmonics on the pickup than the microphone, but they're generally very, very close. We're also seeing the same sort of thing where the fourth harmonic is weaker on the pickup, but again, not by much, not as drastic as it used to be. And we're seeing that the fifth harmonic, around 500 hertz on the microphone, is much weaker. But this is probably the closest that we've seen these two spectra look extremely similar, which is interesting. So we are kind of seeing a pattern between the higher strings of the guitar and the lower strings of the guitar. And it looks like the pickup is having an easier time recognizing the lower strings than it did with the high strings. Okay, so now we're going to look at our final string, the low E string, and something that I'm noticing between these two different spectrograms is that they look very, very similar. This is one of the first times, well, not one of the first times, but they look very, very similar. So we can see here on both of them we have a little bit of a weaker fundamental, actually. So the fundamental E at around 82 hertz is what generally is E2, is a lot weaker than the second and third harmonic. So we're seeing a much, much stronger third harmonic on both spectrographs, actually. Again, that fourth harmonic is weaker, but it's much, much weaker on the microphone than it is on the pickup. So after looking and comparing the differences between the microphone and the pickup, a few things become salient. Firstly, the microphone is much better at recognizing frequencies on the higher end of the spectrum, unlike the pickup. Technical specifications for this microphone suggest that it is highly sensitive around the 1000 hertz mark. Unlike the microphone, the pickup seemed to have a difficult time reading and recognizing frequencies above that 1000 hertz mark. As we could see, there was a large dip at around 1300 hertz. However, a lot of the differences that we saw on the higher register of the instrument almost disappeared on the lower end of the instrument. The pickup and the microphone were able to create almost identical frequency spectrums. So it seems that the acoustic guitar pickup just isn't as sensitive after that 1000 hertz mark. One of the reasons I think that the pickup had a more difficult time with the higher notes is because when we get up to around 1000 hertz, the distance between the notes becomes greater. A doubling of a 500 hertz note to 1000 is a lot greater than doubling from 80 hertz to 160 hertz. And without those harmonics of the fundamental frequencies of each string, that is 100% going to affect the tone that we hear from the guitar and from the guitar's pickup. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you felt that anything was unclear or you still have questions about this video, please feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and have a great day, and please don't forget to wash your hands and stay safe out there.